Hey guys, today we're going to do a little bit of prop talking. I'm going to talk about 4 of the most popular props that today in performance boating. Something I want to note before we get into this is that the props that I'm talking about are off of my own personal experience in setting up this Allison behind me and the Allison that's in front of me that you all are sitting on. And some of them were tested on the Bullet when I still had it. So if your boat is outside of any of that, just take what I'm saying and try to apply it to what your hull does, but a lot of it may not correlate. Again, these props I'm going to try and speak generally about, so that way it can be applied to most boats. But let's get into this. Let's get over the props that we're going to talk about today in this video, and we're going to get started. Okay guys, so we have some of the most popular props on the market today here. We have the Max 5 ST, the Max 5, a BRV5, another BRV5, a Promax, and then there's another Promax and a broken Promax in the floor right there. And then the first prop we're actually going to talk about is this bad boy right here. We have this Bravo, and we have this Bravo. I don't know if you all can tell, but I forgot to drain my live well to start. Okay guys, so most notably what you can see here is we have a cut barrel. The standard Bravo comes with a full flare, and this is obviously cut, and we have a pro finish. That's why it's a pro finish from Mercury Racing, and we have 8 PVS holes. So that allows you to uniquely change your venting setup for hole shot depending on your boat and what your boat requires. So we do have this here, and you can actually see right there the prop. So that's it. That's a 30. This prop is the one I fish with. It's kind of dinged up. I got it. So this is an original Bravo 30. And you can actually see the full flare on the prop. It does not have a cut barrel. It does not have any PVS holes. This is an original Bravo, and it really excels at a hole shot. It excels at a hole shot, and they both run pretty similar, besides the fact that this one runs very flat. I'm gonna show you some videos right now of the props running. Okay guys, now we are starting on the Pro Maxes. So for the Pro Maxes, I have tested a 28, a 30, and a 32 Pro Max. These props are really, really good. They have an amazing mid-range, an amazing top end. They pull super, super hard as soon as they lay over until they just quit on the top end. I mean, these props, by far, hands down, for a budget-friendly prop. These props are still super expensive, guys, but everything's expensive. With these boats, props, everything's expensive. This prop does fantastic. It is my favorite prop out of all of these, considering the price, the performance, and what you are getting for the prop. So let's talk about some things on how it could apply to your setup. This is only a 14.5-inch diameter prop, and it doesn't have a giant barrel like the Bravos. So what that means is you are going to get exhaust that goes out around the blades. Can that hurt or help your hole shot? Yes. How that's going to apply to yours, I have no idea. On the Allisons that we are currently running, the Promax sort of digs a hole and makes the boat get out of it. Bravos, they plane off at 3,000 RPMs. The Promax planes off anywhere from 4,500 to 5,500 RPMs, which isn't great. The hole shot on these are not great. You've got about double or triple the hole shot of a Bravo with a Promax. Pitch to pitch, a 30 pitch Promax and a 30 pitch Bravo, loaded down to fish. It's gonna be about double or triple the hole shot. in comparison, which is why I run now a Bravo to fish with. Okay guys, so this is the prop. This is obviously a 28. They wrote on that from Mercury Racing. So some notable features is we have the Pro ET style blades. Little history lesson, this prop did come from its predecessor, the Pro ET. We have an amazing finish on this prop, guys. I mean, it's super shiny, it's super great. This is the second 28 I've had. The first 28's laying over there in 2 pieces. This prop can be surfaced, whereas the Bravo cannot. It'll last about 100 surfacing hours, give or take a little, depending on how hard you run it. It's got a amazing single person hole shot. 2 people, it doesn't do great. On a bullet, it does great on a hole shot. I really love the Promax across the board. The 30 pitch Promax will run around 90 miles an hour fully loaded with tackle with 1 person. It's very acceptable. With the 2 graphs on the bow, the 30 Promax will run 89 miles an hour. Okay guys, so I've got the BRV5 sitting here. I'm just racking my brain on some things. So from Powertech, these props do not run good stock. So off the bat, even though the initial price of the prop isn't very expensive, do note that you will then have to take it to a prop shop and let them work it. So this prop I have one worked by Josh Edwards, and then I have one worked by Billy Eves. So the one that worked by Billy Eves does a lot better fishing. It can handle 2 people, it can handle a load. It runs really great on the 250R. It runs exceptionally well on the 300R. For me, I just can't see keeping this thing on the boat when my Bravo runs really good fishing. So on my dad's boat, the 28 BRV5 is really gonna shine when we start fishing out of end again. So let's talk about some things that I had to do to this prop to get it to run. All right, so Billy completely took the flare off of the prop. He added, it's got 10 holes instead of 5 holes. So we have extra ventilation, which helps on the hole shot. It planes out at $3 grand. It's got a little bit slower of a hole shot than the Bravo, but it has an exceptional hole shot. It doesn't really dig. It kind of just like, if you're sitting flat and you push the gas, it kind of just evenly jumps up. And I really like that. It's super tight in the turns. You don't have to worry about blowing out. It is just an exceptionally fast prop in the first 1,000 feet. That's kind of a snail after that. Depending on which boat, mine, it will do 75, 78 in 1,000 feet. Dad's boat, I haven't really tested that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be somewhere around 82 to 85 in 1,000 feet. I project this prop to run in the low 90s on my dad's boat, fully loaded, 90 with 2 people. But let's just look at this prop. It's super. Okay guys, this is the BRV5. So let's talk about some things that Billy had to do to it. The blades are super sharp. He did not thin the blades like a lot of people do to the BRV5. He simply sharpened them. And you can see there the tip cup and just how sharp it is. When he first gave this thing to me, right here is extremely sharp. I know you can't see it, but that cupping is so sharp. This prop is awesome, guys. I cannot say enough great things about Billy Eves and Performance Propeller and what he did for me on this prop. Again, not my favorite prop. It is very unique and it runs very well, and I can definitely see how a lot of people like it. Let's talk about a prop that everyone wants to talk about, the Max 5. I mean, it's an amazing prop across the board. Mercury did a fantastic job with this prop, guys. I mean, it checks all the boxes. It's got an amazing hole shot, amazing mid-range, and amazing top end. Whether you're going out and you're fishing or you're chasing a big number, this prop's getting it done. So let's just talk about the fact it is a lab finish from Mercury. It only comes in a lab finish. I have both models, the ST and the standard Max 5. The standard Max 5 is a 15-inch diameter and the ST is a 15.25 diameter. Also, the difference between the two is the tube length or the barrel length. The barrel length on the standard Max 5 is going to generate more stern lift than the short tube. They have an amazing mid-range, guys. Amazing mid-range and amazing top end. I am super, super satisfied with these props, although they are extremely pricey, okay? You're looking at around $3,000 to get into one of these props. So when you are looking to buy a prop, you need to know what's important for you. And the Max 5 for my dad is extremely important for him. The way that it carries a load, the way that it holds shots, and just specifically how it runs with two people and how easy it is to drive. For him, that is an amazing prop. So for me, on my boat, again, I said on my boat, the way that I fish, I can't justify the 5 blades. I just can't. I like the way the 4 blades run. I don't have a problem driving. I don't have a problem with anything about my boat besides the top end number, but I just have a 250. The 300R loves the 5 blade. So I'm gonna throw some clips in and then I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the prop and I'm gonna show you all the prop. This is the standard Max 5. The ST has a lot of the barrel cut off and a little bit bigger blade. This is a lab finish. This is a 31.5. I always just call it a 32 because on the pitch reader, when you calculate the pitch, it's 31.7 inches of pitch. This is a very big, very stiff prop. She'll run right at 95 miles an hour fully loaded on my dad's boat. It's a super fast prop, guys. Some things to note is the blades are thin. These props do break after high surfacing hours. They last a little bit better than most, but they will break. Nothing is unbreakable, especially as high as you have to run these new V8s. Guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm gonna throw some clips. You know, there's gonna be clips in this video of me running them. I'm also gonna split all these videos up so that way they can be posted on their own if you're looking for a specific type of prop. So I hope that this was informational. If there's any more questions or anything that I could have covered better, please tell me and I will make that change. But for now, please do remember that these things that I'm telling you about these props did come from Allison's. These two XB21s, 2-seaters. Some things to know are if you have a Bullet SS, a SST, or if you have an Allison 4-seater, if you have a Pro Sport, guys, all that stuff varies. I can try and help you the best I can, but without having your boat in hand, with using these props on your boat, I can't really help you. I can tell you what I think, but that may not be right. But I hope this was helpful and I hope that you all have a great day.